Happy Halloween, everyone. Today we're going to be drinking water and answering common questions. These aren't going to be in any particular order, so let's get right into it. Are you okay? Haven't drinking any water in 3 weeks. Actually, I drink water every day. I'm drinking water right now as I'm recording this video. Do you drink any beverages other than water? Yes, I drink tea, green tea, black tea, herbal tea, sometimes fruit juices. I don't really drink soda. I prefer seltzer water or flavored seltzer drinks. Have you ever modded a smartphone? If you're talking hardware-wise, no, other than replacing a battery. Other than that, if you're talking about jailbreaking or rooting phone, I have also not done that since the iPhone 3GS. Back in iOS 4, I jailbroke my iPhone 3G back when iOS 4 was a thing quite a long time ago. And the only reason I even jailbroke iOS 4 back then was because it was missing very basic features that other basic phones have had, like showing the battery percentage and having a wallpaper on your home screen. I think ever since the iPhone 5S, Galaxy S2, Galaxy S5 and onward, basically those kind of phones, from that point onward, there's not really any reason to hack the phone anymore. Unless you're a developer or a power user and for some reason you want to have full access to the system files to do God knows what with. If you can only drink 2 drinks for the rest of your life, what would those 2 drinks be? I think we already know what the first one would be. Well, the first one would obviously be water, life's most simplistic beverage. The second one is honestly kind of a tough one. I'm kind of stuck between either apple juice or fruit punch, and I'm talking about real, genuine fruit punch with real fruit juice, not that Hawaiian punch garbage that's not even real juice, it's just artificially colored corn syrup. I'm talking about genuine fruit juice. Assuming I don't become a juvenile diabetic, then that would be my second beverage of choice if I were to only have 2 things for the rest of my life. How close have you come to pissing yourself from all this water? Just kidding, but do you feel like staying consistent with these videos has had any notable benefits for you over time? There's been a couple times where I almost pissed myself because obviously I was making like 5 videos while I was out in the middle of nowhere and there was no bathroom nearby. There wasn't any bush or any sort of private area to go piss either. So I got close to it, but I've never actually pissed myself. Making these videos has had a positive impact on my life because I treat this like anything else. I wake up in the morning and I have to have a purpose. So I usually do chores, I work out, I go to work. I do all these kind of things that give me purpose and motivation to get out of bed. So drinking water, I just add it to my daily list of chores. But the thing is, I don't look at it as a chore. I look at it as I feel a lot better, because these videos have actually greatly encouraged me to drink a lot more water, because a lot of our health problems, our common health problems that are overlooked, are because of dehydration. Having headaches, dry skin, fatigue, kidney stones, the list goes on. A lot of it is because you're just simply not drinking enough water. How has this affected your life? Question. This has affected my life. Again, I'm guessing I'll treat this as a continuance to the last question I asked since it's fairly similar. It's affected my life in a pretty great way because, for starters, I like making pointless, repetitive videos that nobody's gonna watch. Secondly, I like making videos that promote a healthy and positive message. Though this channel was inspired by someone else, which is stated on the About Me section of my channel, that most people typically don't bother to read, because a lot of my videos, I digress for a minute, but a lot of my videos have randomly been suggested to people on their home feed for some reason. I guess YouTube is just trying to remind people to stay hydrated. Let's just chalk it up to that. But I wasn't the one that came up with the idea of this video. I've always been obsessed with making stupid videos throughout most of my life, well before I started uploading them onto YouTube. But John drinks water. John is the one who initially started this water binge obsession. But how has it affected my life? Well, I feel a lot better because I literally never get headaches at all. Almost every person I talk to that says, "My head hurts," or "I'm tired," "My skin is itchy and flaky," "I have dandruff." One of the first questions that I eventually started to ask these kind of people, whether I knew them personally or not, the first question that I asked them was, "How much water are you drinking on average?" And they're just like, "I don't really drink water at all." I'm just like, "What do you drink then?" "Soda, energy drinks, coffee." "Well, it's no wonder you have a headache every single day. Drink more water." Waiting for 10K. This isn't a question, but here you go. Here's 10K. 9685 and any vids with the cat are my faves. What's the name of the fur ball? I have 3 fur balls. If you're talking about the black one, his name is Blackberry. And his name was inspired by Louis Rossmann. He is also the reason why I have a Clippy on my profile picture. Let's go, one more, and this is the one more. Have I gone to the bathroom yet? I have gone to the bathroom twice so far today. Why did you start this channel? Also, what happened in your life since the first video of drinking water you have published? So many things have happened over the years because I've initially made this channel back in 2013. Time flies, right? And I've made 10,000 of these videos, well, over 10,000 if you count the compilations. To name some major events that have happened in my personal life, when I initially made the first Nick Drinks Water video, I just moved into my first apartment all the way back in, I think it was 2013 that I moved to my apartment. So I just had moved into my first apartment, and then about a month after that was when I decided to make this channel, because John stopped making videos of him drinking water, so I decided to make my own channel as a tribute, and I wasn't planning on going past 1,000, but once again, here we are at 10,000, I digress. But from that point onward, a lot of things have happened. I have had several long-term failed relationships. I say failed because they all cheated on me. I haven't really had the best luck with having girlfriends, but I have gone through several long-term relationships. I've gone through about 6 or 7 vehicles, because the transmission always breaks down on them. I've gone through, I'd say, about 5 different jobs, like major jobs. I'm not counting seasonal. I'm talking about like long-term employment jobs. I have transitioned from one job to another about, I'd say, 5 times. I discovered I was allergic to gluten several years later. I found out I had Crohn's disease, which almost killed me, or unalived me. I'll just say it almost killed me. This channel isn't monetized. And then I also eventually moved into the house that I'm in now, and I'm actually wanting to move to a different house. I just haven't found the right one yet, but the cost of real estate has been coming down, I've noticed. I have been in real estate on and off for many years, so I pay attention to the market a lot. Rent prices in my area are coming down, so I was considering moving to another jurisdiction that's maybe a little bit less hectic. It's pretty noisy here. To really summarize, a lot of major events have taken place throughout my life. Everything from having several long-term relationships, moving into an apartment, having several motor vehicles, several jobs, moving into a house, and of course, making 10,000 videos of staying hydrated and trying to promote a positive and healthy lifestyle. I can't believe Nick isn't drinking any water until October 31st. What a time to be in. I drink water every single day, consistently throughout the day, regardless of if I record it or not. A lot of people are like, you haven't drank water in 6 months. How are you alive? I mean, Dylan drinks water, hasn't made any videos in probably half a year. I don't remember, I haven't checked in a while, but he hasn't made videos in half a year. Does that mean he hasn't drank any water in half a year? No, it doesn't. He hasn't made any videos of him drinking water in half a year. Are you not tired of doing it every day? I don't get tired of doing this kind of thing. I'm a very committed and dedicated person, and I genuinely enjoy making videos. So it may feel like a chore at some times, but the times where I feel like I'm suffering from the burnout, I usually just take a break and then I just come back. That's why sometimes I'll make 6 videos in one day and then I'll make no videos for 2 weeks. But no, I don't get tired of staying hydrated every day, and I don't get tired of making videos every day. Nick, what do you think of horses, cantaloupes, and oranges? Thank you, Nick. I lived on a ranch and I had to feed horses and bale hay and all that kind of fun stuff. I like horses. I've known people that have gotten paralyzed from falling off a horse. I used to work with them and they were very pleasant to be around. It was like a giant dog. That's the best way I can describe being around a horse. It just feels like you're having fun with a giant dog. Just make sure they don't trample over you. Cantaloupes, I don't remember last time I had a cantaloupe. Oranges are fantastic. Probably my most favorite form of vitamin C if I'm going to have fruit. How many more waters are you going to consume? I'm going to consume water every single day for the rest of my life, so I can't really put a specific number on it. If you're asking in regards to how many more videos I'm going to make on this channel, it's very open-ended. So I could make 1 more video after this one, I could make 100 more. It really just depends on how long this channel decides to stay up, because YouTube has had an infamous history of deleting people's videos, deleting their entire channels for absolutely no reason, and there's no way to get in contact with a human. Everything is AI nowadays, so if your channel gets deleted, your video gets deleted, you appeal it one time and then it automatically gets rejected by the same AI that originally deleted your content, and then basically you're SOL. What motivated you You could have stopped at any moment, but you kept going. My motivation is my passion for making stupid videos. I have said this already, but I like making videos. And when I discovered that John made a water drinking channel, it gave me the perfect excuse to make another channel to make more pointless videos. I don't care what the video is. I just like to whip out the camera, press the record button, and get right to whatever I'm doing. I love you, Nick. I love you too, random internet stranger. Question 1. Why do you wear weird headgears? Couldn't think of anything. Sometimes I'll wear random things in some of the water videos just to change it up a little bit instead of making the same exact video, because I have had a couple people ask me straight up in the past if I'm just re-uploading the same exact videos to reach a higher number quicker. I've never re-uploaded the same video more than once unless I did it on accident one time, but other than that I never upload the same video multiple times. So that's why sometimes I'll just put on some weird head getup, whatever that might be, just to add variety to the videos, because these videos are very repetitive. What is your favorite water drinking video if you had to pick from the 10K? Is there one in particular that is memorable? I'd say my most memorable water videos that I can think of off the top of my head is the first one. Major events took place during the first one, as me moving into my first apartment. So the first one obviously is going to be the most memorable. A lot of people have said, why is the quality so bad? Well, that was using my front-facing camera on my Galaxy S2 Android phone. Now, believe it or not, the quality was actually a lot better back then, but YouTube is notorious for destroying the video quality of older videos. So that's why a lot of my older videos, they look super pixelated. They're like in 144p almost. Well, that's why. YouTube loves destroying the video quality of older videos, and a lot of those videos are over 10 years old. And then my second favorite would be 1,000, because that was my first milestone. And then my third favorite would be 10,000, because this just shows that I'm completely insane. What's the most amount of water you've drank in a day? I would say in the combination of making videos and living in an oven, I'd say the most water I've drank in one single day was about 2 gallons. I'd say roughly about 2 gallons. I don't tend to measure these kind of things, but I'm going to approximate 2 gallons. It's been 12 years since day one. Have you ever been like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore? No, because first off, I'm insane. And secondly, I like making videos. I like drinking water. And this kind of content actually is a feel-good content. Every time that I'm done drinking a bottle of water, a glass of water, any kind of container of water, I feel refreshed. It's so much better compared to some other things like doing drugs, smoking, and destroying your lungs, drinking excessive amounts of alcohol, and then feeling like a zombie the next morning. You don't get any of that with good old-fashioned water. I can drink 2 gallons of this stuff throughout the day, and I'll feel right as rain. What was your least favorite drink, and what was your highest effort drink? This one is gonna knock your socks off. My least favorite drink that was also the highest effort drink, I'm going to say, was this glass of vodka that had a bunch of crushed pineapples and pineapple juice in it, but it was like 80% pure, unrefined vodka. I could not even take one sip. Every time I took one sip out of it, I started gagging. I almost threw up. So I would say that would be my least favorite drink, and it was definitely the highest effort because I couldn't even drink it. I had maybe 2 sips and I was about ready to throw up. Why are you at the desert? Because I'm a desert dweller and it makes me thirsty more so I can drink more water and make more Nick Drinks Water videos. Watch, he stops at 9999. The ultimate blue ball treatment. I'm not stopping at 9999. I'm not going to stop at 10,000 either. What started your motivation for drinking water every day and consistently recording? There's a consistent amount of these similar questions, but I'll answer it anyway. My motivation for making videos is my passion for making videos, and I like the feeling that I get from simply drinking water. How are you? Hydrated. What are your thoughts on this sentence? The old man, the boat. I feel like there's a lack of context. So this could imply a bunch of different things. The old man worked on the boat. The old man pissed on the boat. The old man stole the boat. That's all I'm gathering from this. Have you tasted water? Yes. What's your favorite brand of water? That's really a tough one because most of the brands of water that I have are typically bottled water. So there's Fiji, there's a lot of the store brands like Great Value Water, Members Mark, Sparkletts is pretty good. Bash's brand water, that's pretty good too, but I typically just refill those giant 5-gallon containers. So I just go to those water dispensers. It's a lot cheaper to just refill it. And then there's no plastic waste. I only use these out of convenience if they're available wherever I'm going. Where is the idea of a Nick drinks water without taking his supplements? I haven't taken supplements in years. I prefer to get all my nutrients from Whole Foods. Do you drink water? Now that you reach 10K, what is your next milestone? I don't have one. I do plan on continuing making these videos, but there's not a specific number. I never thought that I would reach 10,000. The general idea moving forward is to basically do the same thing that John Drinks Water is doing. As soon as he hit 10,000, he took a break for a while, and then he came back. And now he just makes one video every once in a blue moon. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be at that point. I'll just make videos whenever I feel like it. If you end your challenge, will you make new vids or close your channel? I'm not gonna close the channel, but I'll do the same thing that most other content creators do. I'll take a break for an unknown amount of time and then I'll come back when I feel like it. Bring back Nick Drinks Juice. That was a temporary experiment and I ended it prematurely because I don't feel like becoming a juvenile diabetic. Why was this recommended to me? Anyway, great vid. Thank you for your kind words. This was recommended to you because YouTube is trying to remind you to drink more water because you're probably not drinking enough water. Well, those are all of the questions that I was able to find. So if I missed any of your questions, I apologize in advance, but YouTube most likely censored your comment, which is pretty commonplace on here. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult to comment on this platform without your comment getting deleted for no reason. Tried to respond to as many questions and comments as I could. So that being said, once again, to answer the final question, where does Nick Drinks Water go from here? Well, I'm going to continue to obviously drink water off camera. When am I gonna upload more videos? That remains to be seen, but I do plan on making more of these videos in the future. I just don't know when. For the time being, thanks for watching, happy Halloween, and be sure to stay hydrated.